Hey, I'm Luther, and if you ever wanted to earn a passive income from home, then you need to take a look at this screenshot from my buddy Dennis's PayPal account. You see, Dennis collects rent payments like these each and every month as a digital landlord to local business owners. He builds simple 4-page websites that generate leads for different businesses like contractors, lawyers, chiropractors, and real estate agents, then uses a rather unusual formula to rank these sites directly in Google's 3-pack for low-hanging fruit local search terms around the country, sometimes being the only listing on the front page. Small businesses in these local markets pay him hundreds, even thousands of dollars a month to rent these sites and collect the leads they generate. Last year, Dennis earned over $450,000 from his rank and rent strategy, completely passive income. Listen and watch this 15-minute webinar to discover his surprising formula for uncovering easy-to-rank local search terms, as well as how you can create simple 4-page rental sites using free tools, rank them in Google's 3-pack, and start collecting monthly rent payments for yourself. Now, I promise this is unlike anything you've seen before. Dennis's sites are not business directories or blogs. This is not about becoming a consultant or doing SEO for clients, and these sites require no technical skills or expensive software to create. The students who quote a live version of this webinar have taken his formula and ranked their own lead sites, earning small fortunes renting them out to business owners. Here what a few of them had to say. Michael Butler from Texas said, "After 3 tries, I finally ranked a local site in the 3-pack and immediately started getting offers to rent it. One of the contractors in the area just signed a 12-month rental deal for $9,000 up front. I took Dennis's advice and offered a discount when they pay in full. This is the biggest check I've ever cashed, and I'm looking forward to growing my portfolio of rental sites." And Rob from Washington says, "Quick testimonial for Dennis. I started following Dennis last month and have been working on his rank and rent investment model. Not every site I've built has managed to rank in Google. However, 2 have struck, and I'm collecting $1,700 a month in total rent payments. It was worth it building these sites because once they stick, you're looking at a long-term passive payments. This really is like owning real estate, but without the hassles. The sites are easy enough to create and rank in Google quickly when you follow Dennis's keyword formula. I highly recommend his training to anyone looking for passive income." And Christy Grimm wrote in saying, "I've been a student of Dennis for a while, and he's helped me rank 6 different lead sites, each one with a long-term rental contract. I've been earning $4,650 in rent payments monthly into my PayPal. This passive income have helped our family with expenses during COVID and keeps growing as we build more sites." Listen, the rank and rent method in this webinar has been helping regular folks around the country earn passive rental payments from local business owners. Right now, you have the opportunity to experience these results for yourself, building simple sites that generate leads for businesses and earning hundreds, even thousands of dollars a month in rent from each site. Just be sure to watch this presentation now, as I don't know how long Dennis and I will be keeping it online. You see, Dennis isn't an SEO expert or make money online guru. He's a general contractor who does remodeling work and uses Google My Business to generate leads for his construction business. Whenever you search for a local term like contractors in New York or lawyers in Chicago, Google will include local businesses as the first result, with the top 3 businesses appearing right on the front page. We call this section the 3-pack, and it's a very competitive spot for local businesses. Now, Dennis was never good with computers. However, by slowly tinkering with his website over the years, he stumbled on a sneaky trick that allowed him to rank his business in Google's prize 3-pack. The secret was to ignore search terms with a lot of competition like contractor in New York, instead focusing on longer search terms like kitchen sink installation in Westfield, New York. By finding longer search terms that are ignored by his competition, he was able to rank on the first page, sometimes being the only site in Google's local results. These longer search terms didn't get as much traffic. However, by optimizing his site to convert that traffic into leads, ranking for multiple search terms, he was able to generate more leads than he could handle in his business. Now, Dennis loved his work and was proud of the business he built. However, he still felt like he was trading hours for dollars. He knew the path to creating real wealth was to make his money work as hard for him as he did to earn it. He wanted to invest in assets that would provide him passive income to retire from the construction business. And so Dennis invested in what he knew, real estate. He bought fixer-upper single-family homes in his neighborhood with a plan to fix them up and rent them out for a steady passive income. Unfortunately, the dream of retiring as a passive real estate investor is not as passive as it's made out to be. Fixing these houses, finding renters, dealing with tenants who can't pay their rent, all while juggling multiple mortgages, taxes, as well as the other expenses of owning real estate. His passive income properties were fast becoming passive expenses that require more work than his construction business. He was in over his head, having to work overtime just to stay afloat. And then the worst happened. Dennis had an accident at one of the job sites that caused him to dislocate his knee. The doctor told him that fixing it would likely require surgery and that the recovery would take about 6 months. During that time, he would need to keep his weight off the leg and walk around on crutches. This not only meant that he would be out of work for 6 months, but Dennis also wouldn't be able to do the renovations on his rental properties, and with multiple mortgages on all his real estate eating away at his life savings, the clock was ticking. Not able to take on any jobs, the leads his website generated were going to waste. And so he made a deal with one of his contractor friends to rent the site out for a flat $3,000 monthly fee. The leads from this site normally generated $10,000 a month in contract work, and so the $3,000 per month was a steal for the contractor. This gave Dennis an idea. He wondered if he could build lead sites in other cities and rent them out to contractors in that area. This was harder than Dennis thought though, but after 7 tries he managed to rank a lead site on the first page of Google for searchers in Plano, Texas. This site didn't get much traffic, yet it consistently brought in construction leads that would be worth a fortune to companies in the area. He looked up the top contractors in Plano and emailed them the leads for free. One of the contractors wrote him back and agreed to rent his site for a bargain price of $400 a month. It wasn't a lot of money, yet it was a big help financially. This first success inspired Dennis to continue building sites. His wife was supportive after seeing that first $400 payment and suggested he try ranking for other types of businesses too. After all, lawyers, chiropractors, real estate companies, they all need leads just as much as construction companies. Dennis went to work building and ranking sites, and some of them ranked in Google quickly, while many failed to show up in results at all. After building dozens of sites, he started to notice patterns in the ones that were able to get on the first page of results and stay there. Some business niches were easier than others, even surprising ones like limo services and pet groomers. However, the most important factor was the keyword he chose to optimize for. It needed to have the right number of searches each month and low competition. By refining this formula and only focusing on low-hanging fruit search terms, Dennis started ranking and renting more than half of the sites he built. Sites were earning $500 a month, some even $2,000 a month in rental payments. He even sold one of his sites outright to a lawyer for $12,000. Within a few months, his rental sites were earning more than his family's monthly expenses, and it didn't take long for his passive lead rental income to surpass what he was making in his construction business. After a long talk with his wife, they made the decision. He would retire from construction, sell their rental homes, and focus on ranking and renting more lead sites. His portfolio of rental sites had almost no overhead and provided passive income that was growing steadily. Over the next 2 years, he'd build enough sites to earn over $450,000 a year in passive rental payments. Unlike his real estate investments, these sites had virtually no overhead, sold themselves to renters, and were completely hands-off once he got them ranked. I met Dennis a few months ago when he joined my coaching program. He wanted to teach his methods to others and wanted my help creating a coaching program. We hit it off immediately, and I found him to be a real salt-of-the-earth kind of guy who just happened to stumble on a simple formula for ranking and renting local lead sites. Dennis is a perfect example of the millionaire next door. He doesn't live in a mansion, drive a Ferrari, or own a big yacht. His family lives in the same home they always have, and he still drives his favorite pickup truck. His rental sites provide his family with the peace of mind that comes with knowing their bills are paid, their house is paid off, and yeah, they take a few extra vacations every year. Time with his family and doing what he loves is what makes him happy. I convinced Dennis to teach me and a few private coaching students his rank and rent method to see if we could duplicate his results. The students who attended Dennis's workshop used his formula to rank lead sites of their own and earn passive monthly income renting them out to local business owners. Listen, there are over 41,000 different postal areas in the United States, combined with hundreds of different types of local businesses, which means there are millions of niche markets you can target with a lead site. Multiply that by the hundreds of search terms each lead site could rank for, and you can clearly see why the rank and rent business model will always be untapped. There is just far more search traffic than there are lead sites to capture it. Realizing just how big this opportunity is and seeing how many first-time students were able to rank their own lead sites and collect passive rent payments from local businesses, I decided to work with Dennis and turn his digital landlord strategy into a done-for-you coaching program anyone can use to duplicate his results. We decided to call this coaching program the Effortless Rank and Rent Formula. The Effortless Rank and Rent Formula is a digital landlord coaching program that will have you earning passive income by ranking 4-page lead sites on Google and renting them to local business owners. Inside this program, you will discover Dennis's formula for uncovering low-hanging fruit local keywords, full click-by-click instructions on building 4-page lead sites using free tools, the simple email strategy that closes business owners on renting your sites for top dollar every month, a special bonus section on how to sell these sites directly to business owners for $10,000 and even $20,000 paydays. Build it, rank it, flip it. Plus, another bonus section on taking this strategy international. One of Dennis's students have been crushing it by targeting smaller cities in South America, using Google Translate to build his lead sites. Most business owners down there speak perfect English and pay their rent over PayPal. This also applies to English-speaking countries like Canada, UK, Australia, Ireland, and others, all having less competition than the US, making them completely untapped. You now have everything you need to build, rank, and rent your own local lead sites to earn passive income. Whether you are looking to earn some side cash to help pay bills, or you want to build your own $450,000 a year rental site portfolio, you can leverage Dennis's years of trial and error to shortcut your path to success and get started on day one with a profitable rental site. Now, to help you get started even faster, I'm including 2 checklists that walk you through the entire process of ranking and renting sites so you can earn while you learn. Checklist 1, rank it. Checklist 2, rent it. Listen, checklists like these are always my highest reviewed products because they break everything down into a simple step-by-step process. In the first Rank It checklist, I took Dennis's site ranking formula and broke it down step by step. In this checklist, you'll find Dennis's 3-step keyword formula to uncovering local search terms that are easy to rank for and provide enough search traffic to generate leads. Step-by-step instructions to building these 4-page lead sites, including every plugin, theme, hosting, and free tool Dennis uses, as well as every SEO hack Dennis uses to get his sites on the first page of Google. From his sneaky backlink sources to his method for getting websites into Google's 3-pack. With this checklist, you will have your first site built in a day and ranked in Google 3 days later. In the second Rent It checklist, I'll walk you through landing your first rental client by giving away leads. In this checklist, you will learn how to pick the best businesses to approach, the simple cold email script that gets their attention by giving away leads generated from your rental sites, and how to close the rental deal over email, locking them into a 2-year rental contract so you get paid on time every time. Here's the deal. The Effortless Rank and Rent formula includes everything that Dennis is using right now to earn over $450,000 a year as a digital landlord. I worked out a deal with him to sell his entire course over a webinar for a price of $497, which is a steal considering you can earn that back in your first month with your first rental site. However, since this is the first time Dennis is teaching this method, I want to get more feedback and testimonials from regular folks who are putting his method to the test. And so, I'm offering this whole package, the checklists and the masterclass, everything at an extreme discount. Make a promise right now to use these checklists to build your own rental site and send us a testimonial when you receive that first rental payment into your account, and you can have everything for the low price of only $27. Listen, don't decide right now. Take advantage of my first page on Google in 60 days guarantee. I'm giving you 2 full months to put this to the test. Use these checklists to rank your first lead site and rent it out to businesses in your market. If you don't rank your site directly in Google My Business, if you don't land your first rental contract, or even if you just don't like the color choices in my checklist, any reason at all, send me a support ticket with the word refund and I'll send you back every penny. You can even keep the masterclass and checklist as my gift for trying it out. Remember, the massive discount on the Effortless Rank and Rent formula is only live for the next few days. Look below this video right now. Click on the button that says Add to Cart, Fill out the form on the next page to start ranking your first rental site and earning passive monthly income as a digital landlord today.